Scott, you want to do the roll call?
No. Go ahead.
Todd.
Do the roll call.
Riley,
Yes.
Bixler,
Yes.
Holder. Yes.
Okay.
3 out of 4 members are here. Mr. Alan Poe is absent.
Yeah, these worlds got shaken up upside down. Bank change and all that. Okay. Item 3 is approve the minutes of the previous meeting. And Scott, you got the minutes down there?
I'll need some signatures on one of those too, please, if you approve them.
He knows.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You need me, holler.
Motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
Second.
You will have to move, you will have to second. I can't abstain if I wasn't
Okay.
here.
I move.
Second.
Riley,
Yes.
Bixler,
Yes.
Holder abstains.
Okay. Motion carries. Approve or disapprove the finance report. That's your deal, Todd.
So the financial report is in front of you. Are there any questions? I'm not going to go in an effort to save time, go through
Anything new
nothing earth shattering. Doesn't maybe belong in the finance report, so don't have anything. Are there any questions?
None.
or none?
I make a motion to approve the financial.
Second?
Riley,
Yes.
Bixler,
Yes.
Holder, yes.
Okay. Item 5, any action, did we not approve that at the last meeting, or do we need a motion, or what?
We just need to go ahead and do a motion, just so that we have, is it on the minutes?
I'll make a motion, if we didn't already enter into an agreement with
Let's see here.
engagement letter.
Yeah, we didn't have it on there. Wait a minute, we made.
I make a motion that we enter into an agreement with an engagement letter with Jana Walker to do our annual audit.
Second.
Bixler?
Yes.
Riley?
Yes.
Holder? Yes.
All right. Jeremy, it's your time.
As far as anything from my end to report with Avard Regional Rail Park, the invoice number 6 for Myers Engineering has been submitted through. Also, quarterly reports that are required. There's 3 sets of different reports that have to be submitted between OMES and Department of Commerce, and monthly reports, as well as a couple of new special reports. All those, I did those. So we're good on that, and don't have to worry about that until the end of June. Need to do it again. But everything is good there, and then of course, later in executive session, we'll talk a little more about our guests.
Okay?
Jeremy, the reports you have to do for Commerce, are those on the grant process?
Yeah, so a lot of the reports are reporting where you're at in there, but you have to enter it through their grants okay system, and then the expenditures have to be broken down by the categories of what they are, and that has to be reported. OMES gets one particular report, then there's a Davis-Bacon report that we have to do, and then there's another report that is the contractors and later on, when there's actual workers and people are doing the construction, there'll be a lot more reporting on, the just aspect, making sure sure everything's being done by protocol for what constructions are supposed to do. So different reports for different things. Right now, we don't have a whole lot to report other than where we're at in the process and the breakdown of the funding that Myers Engineering has gotten so far. So when we actually get into construction, the physical part, there'll be a little bit more meat to those other reports that are done. But their requirement has to be done by a certain time. So I submitted all of them in. Some are done through CRM and some are just done through Department of Commerce. The Department of Commerce actually has a couple of reports that are for their purposes in an audit situation. And then they also have reports that OMES needs, and then OMES themselves needs certain reports.
And I appreciate your knowledge of that process, and I appreciate you taking care of that completely. I think that's fabulous. I do think that we probably need to at least bring those or evidence thereof to a meeting so that we
Sure.
can at least see what was or what is submitted for, if nothing else, for permanent record in.
I can print
our
any of
files.
them off and we can do that.
I don't know whether that's fair or not, but in your absence, we wouldn't have a clue.
Right.
I wouldn't have a clue. Stan probably wouldn't have a clue where to go, so I think we need to,
Yeah.
maybe Shelley shares them, I don't know, someplace. We just need a permanent record of what gets submitted.
And if we want to, perhaps in the next meeting, I can pull it up
That'll be fine.
and we can see how the state grant system works and be able to pull that there. And you can see where you find these things. It's tricky, so, yeah.
I don't know how,
Okay.
so that would be probably a good idea for me to at least see what it looks like for
Sure.
somebody, you know? Yeah,
Thank you for doing it.
You're welcome.
yes,
Okay.
It's not user-friendly.
yeah, no, none of them are, none of
You're
those
not gonna say anything about turkey hunt?
Oh, we have the Lieutenant Governor's turkey hunt. We have
are. This
a,
week, right?
yeah, starting tomorrow, the retail business workshop that we put on 11 to 2. We will have guest speaker Chris Branham with Catalyst Commercial, who will talk real estate, commercial and residential. And then from 12 to 1, the always exciting Oklahoma Tax Commission will be speaking. And then from 1 to 2,
Did you say always exciting?
always exciting, requested by the retail businesses.
Put that
So
in the paper.
that's 1 to 2. Always, filled with a lot of knowledge. It's great for that. But 1 to 2 is going to be Roger Godwin, where I don't know who in this room, but he did that vision planning session. He's hired through the city. He will be a guest speaker from 1 to 2, and that's the guest free lunch from Alva Beer Company in the form of pizza, not beer. And then Thursday will be a tour from 11 to 4 for all of our guests that we have, and then the dinner will start at 6:30. Lieutenant Governor will be there. Lieutenant Governor is going to stay the night, and he will talk at Eggs and Issues at 8 a.m. on Friday. And that'll be here at the Technology Center. And after that, he plans to go do a quick tour of Alva Beer Company and see what has developed here in Alva. Our guests, I think I gave you the list of those. If there's any that you want to talk to, we do have rooms for Friday after the Eggs and Issues, so you can meet with them. And BNSF will have a representative. Just to report, Mallory Estes is no longer in her position. She just recently took another position, but she's still with BNSF. Jeffrey Estes, no relation, is an economic developer with BNSF, the engineering side, and he will be here. He was originally going to be at the Ardmore turkey hunt, but he decided, since Mallory wasn't coming to this one, he would like to come to ours instead. So he would be here. He's a good one to talk to. A couple of other guests, though, if you want afterwards to talk to me, there may be some that you would have interest in hearing from.
When did they actually hunt turkeys?
Well, last year, when we gathered, they meet at the headquarters at, which is Cheryl Barn, Wednesday evening and meet their guides. Some of the guides said, you want to go now? So some may start Wednesday evening, but usually early Thursday morning is when they do that. And if they are still unlucky Friday, they can squeeze it in there usually.
Okay. Thank you, Jeremy. Next on the agenda, item 7 is the Myers Engineering invoices. And I have those here.
And that's for number 6 that I had.
Yeah, there are no
So
six,
there's no new ones?
there's no new ones.
No new ones, okay.
Yeah.
Because we approved those last.
6 is the one that was submitted, and it's still in the system with OMES. You approved it the last meeting, it was submitted, so there are no new ones.
Okay. This is,
That's just, Sonia says she leaves those in there until they receive funding.
okay, these are both the same.
Mhm,
Yeah,
number 6.
she just had 2 copies,
Okay.
I guess. I stapled my notes on one of them, just so you have my notes when there was some additional information I needed to gather from Levi Buck, who's with Myers Engineering.
Okay, right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
but she had 2 copies in there, so I guess one is for when she does receive something, she'll have that.
Okay. Todd, you got any questions on that or anything? Scott?
No, sir.
Okay. This time, item 8, accept the motion to enter into executive session. We have a motion to enter into executive session.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Yes.
Bixler,
Yes.
Riley,
Yes.
Holder.
Okay, well,